This boy.
In a not, yeah. This is the Atomic Trivia War 9000. I'm your host, Jason Hawk. Let's meet our contestants. He is my personal honey bear from Costa Rica, Omar Hernandez.
Hello.
That's not a gay thing either, right?
I have no way. I don't know how to respond to that, to be honest.
Aw, I love you, Omar. And she is our Philippine queen from Seattle, Rochelle Mantanona.
¿Cómo está? Go Manny Pacquiao.
That's not Filipino language.
That is Tagalog. That's okay.
And he is our, I guess, plumber this week because you're dealing with some huge emergency. Kevin Archibald of Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, I've given up. Have you been following what's been going on in my household there, Jason?
Not really. I saw you post on Facebook that, like, basically you turned your flag upside down.
I turned everything upside down. I went away Sunday morning. I took the wife. It was her birthday. We went to Niagara Falls, beautiful hotel. We were on the 31st floor, nice Falls view room. Come home a day, 2 days later, and the pipes are frozen. I've had no running water since Monday. That's no running water, no washing, no showers, no flushing toilets. It's the worst. And you never appreciate how much water you use until you're out of it. I got these like 10-liter jugs everywhere, and now everywhere I look, I see like toilet. Oh, that's half of one of those 10-liter jugs to flush every time. Oh, there's the dishes. That's a liter jug or 10-liter jug.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at you. It's just that I'm imagining you pooping in the same bucket over and over and over again.
Yeah, so if your pipes are frozen, does that mean nothing can go down the toilet?
No,
pipe?
we're fine with the exiting. Exiting water and whatnot.
I was like, but doesn't it?
It's just the incoming. It's It's frozen at the point of incoming.
You know what the big problem is there, right, Kevin?
What's
that? Water,
boss?
when it freezes, it expands, and it
Yes.
tends to break pipes.
Yeah, it does tend to break pipes, but I mean, I think we're okay. Certainly there's nothing broken in my house. Now there's a possibility there's something broken between my house and the street. So that remains to be seen. We're waiting on the city guys to come out.
Winter, I think, is the factor that keeps Canadians humble because they're always bragging about how they treat everyone so equally and their cities are so clean and look, we have so much nature and all this stuff about how Canada's so much better than the U.S. But hey, at least we don't have the winters that you have.
Keeps us in check, that's for sure.
Well, technically, you guys kind of are. Like most of the East and the Midwest and even the South are having like the worst of winters, which is hilarious. Absolutely. No, it's not hilarious when people are freaking to death. I do not think that's hilarious, but I mean it's kind of cold here in Washington, but it's been great for the most part. And I made this joke that basically the reason Mother Nature is proving her point that she did not like the outcome of the Super Bowl.
Oh, no more football.
Why?
I tell everybody that you're a secret Bills fan.
I would like to think that Mother Nature would have let this go a good, month ago.
Nope.
Now here's some disclosure for you. Kevin was actually supposed to be putting together a game tonight. Kevin was going to be the host. Kevin was going to do his thing. Once or twice a year we let Kevin take over the reins so that he stops complaining and whining about various things like he does. But because of the pipe situation, you get a special tonight, a Jason special with all the questions made by Jason. Aren't you so excited and happy?
You actually worked. You actually did make some effort.
I'd put a lot of effort into this stuff.
Because there's no time for him to do anything. Because all the news in Cleveland, like it's cold, it's cold.
No.
Guess what? It's cold.
So I made you a special game. It's called Either Or, and I've got 30 questions for you. You know how I like to keep things fresh. It's a little bit of a different format. These are all multiple choice, and there's only 2 choices for each question. It's not quite true or false, but you'll see how it works. You've chosen to go in the order of Omar, Roe, Kevin tonight. So Omar, you're first up. Number 1, and this will kind of give you a preview into how things are going to work. Which is longer, Omar? And I know that this is a funny way to start. My penis or your penis? No. Which is longer, Omar, the Mississippi River or the Colorado River?
I would say Mississippi.
I am sorry you were incorrect.
Oh, I thought he was right.
Really?
That's my bad.
The Mississippi River is 2,320 miles long, The Colorado River is 2,333 miles long.
Oh, that's such BS.
It is BS, but this is what is a preview for what is in store for all of you.
So it's going to be basically 50-50 for everyone.
Kind of.
All
Kind
around.
of. You know, one of the difficult things that we struggle with trivia is numbers games. I mean, numbers are almost impossible. Nobody can do a walking statistics book, so a lot of the trivia that we get submitted to us that has numbers in it, I just can't give you. It's not fair. So I thought maybe we could do this kind of a format. That way it's still a coin toss. You still have a shot at it, and maybe you can use some context clues or some informed reading that you've done or something that you saw on the internet one time to kind of help puzzle through the answer. Row, number 2.
Yes.
Which is greater, gravity on Mars or gravity on the Moon?
Gravity is greater on Mars.
Mars, it is 3.11 meters per second squared. On the Moon, it's only 1.622 meters per second squared. Row gets a point.
Thank you, sci-fi movies.
Kevin,
Hello.
which sold more copies, Nirvana's Nevermind or the Eagles' Hotel California?
I would say Eagles Hotel California.
You are wrong.
Oh.
You were wrong. See, because you're thinking, hey, they have like a 20-year head start, right?
Sir, yes, sir.
But no, that's not the case. Nevermind sold 30 million albums. Hotel California, 21 and a half.
That's what you get.
That's amazing. Because there's frequently those like top selling of all time, and I know those Eagles. They are always like number 4, Eagles number 5, Eagles number 6, Eagles. You're like, what the fruit? And they're all like,
After a certain point, I think you get more sales on the greatest hits albums or the compilation albums than the actual Hotel
that's true,
California
but Eagles
album.
have like 17 greatest hits albums.
And those don't add to the count of the Hotel California.
Yeah, I don't think
Numbers.
Hotel California sold remotely as many as that one. What is it? The only real greatest hits one that matters for the Eagles. What is it? 1971 to 1975 or something like that. You know, the one that's got Tequila Sunrise and Peaceful Easy Feeling, and I mean all the big ones, all the good ones that you know.
I don't know. I'm with the dude. I'm not into the Eagles.
Cause oh god, I can't believe now I have that song.
Yeah,
in my
don't
head.
try
really
that.
don't think-
That's bad.
I really don't think anyone's into the Eagles, Kevin, so don't worry about that.
I am. Omar,
Of course you are.
which celebrity is taller, Kim Kardashian or Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence.
No.
Jennifer Lawrence
Who is
is.
Kim Kardashian
Kardashian.
uses big ass like
That's right.
heels and stuff like that.
She's only 5'3", and Jennifer Lawrence is 5'9". So Omar, you get a point.
Oh wow, she's a lot taller than her.
Oh, very much so. Now, not all of these questions are the BS that I pulled on the first one with the Mississippi and the Colorado rivers being as close as they are. Some are very close, some are very wide, some are somewhere in between. So it's not always going to be, you know, it's not always a coin toss. Really, there are some of them that are very, very obvious. Number 5.
And as he says that, I'm gonna get this wrong. It's gonna be great.
Which film has the longer running time, Ro?
Okay.
Fight Club or All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Come
God,
on, bro.
it feels so obvious. But watch me get it wrong. I'm
Fight
gonna say
Club
Fight
or
Club.
All Dogs Go to
Fight
Heaven?
Club. It'd be Fight
Oh
Club.
yeah, Fight Club by a long shot.
I was like,
Fight Club's 140 minutes. All Dogs Go to Heaven is only 89.
yeah,
So-
because like all animated movies, like from the 80s and the 90s, like they barely were over an hour.
It's the kids'
That's an hour and a
attention
half.
span.
Yeah. Number 6. We're up to Kevin. Which is the greater distance? New York to Tokyo or Amsterdam to Buenos Aires?
That's fucked up.
Ooh, we're gonna go
No.
New York to Tokyo.
You were wrong again.
Oh man, looking to score. This is like, you know, high school all over again.
New York to Tokyo is 6,737 miles. Amsterdam to Buenos Aires is 7,107 miles. So you didn't account for the north to south, my friend.
North and to south. And I've been doing a little googling since you've been talking here, and I'm gonna lodge an official complaint against Mississippi versus Colorado River. Because
Okay.
the numbers I'm seeing here is 2,340 miles for Mississippi and 1,450 for Colorado. So
Yeah.
that's I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, the Mississippi almost goes all the way through. No, it doesn't go through. I know it doesn't go through
The
United States.
Mississippi goes from north to south all the way.
Yeah. Not all the way.
Yeah.
Now, unless you're thinking, yeah, the Missouri is longer still than all of those.
You know what I did? I made a mistake. You're absolutely right. We're going to give Omar a point in arrears.
Dang.
Yes.
In your ear, buddy.
2330 is kilometers.
Ah,
Kilometers.
metric system.
See, now I'm like losing by a long shot thanks to my error finding.
Thanks, Jimmy Carter, for starting us on the path to the metric system and not keeping up with it. All right, number 7. We're up to what, Ro?
Yes.
Which cartoon had more episodes, Ro?
Wait.
Inspector Gadget.
No, wait.
It's not me. It's not me.
It's me, I think.
Who's the
'Cause
last
Kevin
one?
was.
Oh, Kevin was Amsterdam. You're right. This is Omar. Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Which cartoon had more episodes, Omar? Inspector Gadget or Thundercats?
Inspector Gadget.
Ah, not even close.
Wow.
Really?
Inspector Gadget only had 86 episodes. Thundercats had 130.
Wow, that many? I don't
many.
remember them being. That's
Speaking
Jason, are you sure you're not talking about metric episodes? Just before we go any further.
Oh, I forgot to combine. Yeah, what is it? You divide by 3 and subtract 10. Isn't that how you do the?
Double it and add 30. Double it and add 30.
Okay. Number 8.
Yeah, that's on Netflix now, isn't it? Inspector Gadget or something.
Inspector Gadget's going to be remade as a program for Netflix. A Netflix original series. That was announced this morning.
Animated or live action?
I believe it's animated.
Okay, good.
Not interested either
Daredevil
way.
and Inspector Gadget. Maybe they could meet. Maybe there could be the Netflix universe. They could have them and the guy from House of Cards all meet up.
This week, it's happening. House of Cards season 3.
Okay, Ro, here we go. Now we're up to you.
Okay.
Which celebrity who died in 2014 was older? Tommy Ramone or Robin Williams?
Huh. Like Tommy Ramone, like from the Ramones?
Indeed.
Okay.
Or Robin Williams, like from the Williams.
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm gonna go with Tommy Ramone. No?
Tommy Ramone was 62. Robin Williams was 63.
Oh,
Fucking BS!
that's hard
Such-
lines, man. That's hard
some
lines.
bullshit, man. Watch it be like, he was 62 and 345 days. He was 62 and 300.
You should know these things, Ro. You should
Yes,
know.
obviously.
This is trivia. Kevin, let's do another one.
Hey, man, I'm on
Which
board.
celebrity who died in 2014 was older? Shirley Temple or Mickey Rooney?
Let's go with Shirley Temple.
Wrong choice again, Kevo. Shirley Temple was 85. Mickey Rooney was a whopping 93.
Wow, that is
Kevin.
yeah. Because Shirley Temple was a kid when she got into the flicks. I always think of her in the black and whites, but she was a
Well,
kid.
so, that's racist, first of all. But second of all, Mickey Rooney was a little kid, too.
Yeah, Mickey Rooney. Speaking of racist, go on.
Did you steal that toy from your kids, Kevin?
Actually, like Jonas left this here. He must have been playing the Minecraft here, and yeah, he's left it here. It's a little fire truck thing for all you guys.
Now, just to recap, we're back up at the top of the batting order. Omar has 2, Ro has 2, Kevin is still at zilch. 0, nada,
The
yet.
champion, my friend. It is now mathematically impossible for you guys to catch up to me.
Number 10, Omar. Which Mel Brooks movie made more at the box office? Dracula Dead and Loving It or Robin Hood Men in Tights?
I would love to say Robin Hood Men in Tights.
By a very, very wide margin. Robin Hood Men in Tights had 35.7 million. Dracula Dead and Loving It only 10.7 million.
I helped towards that box office of Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Such a great movie.
I have something to confess. I still have never seen that movie all the way through.
Oh, that's too bad. It's
I
okay.
have Mel Brooks issues. Every time I want to like stuff, I don't.
Did you not like Spaceballs?
Spaceballs is okay. Spaceballs is the one good one, but the one
Blazing Saddles?
which was sorry?
Blazing Saddles?
Okay, I haven't seen Blazing Saddles because I'm afraid of this whole Mel Brooks thing. I've seen the bloomin'. what with the producers is the one that everybody raves about, and it seems to assume that if you shout loud, that means funny. Louder means funnier. And the first half of the film, they're just shouting at each other, and I'm like, make it stop. And I saw the History of the World as well, and that was alright, but not really that funny.
Fair enough. Row number 11.
Mm-hmm.
Which world landmark is taller, the Statue of Liberty or the Eiffel Tower?
Huh. Both made by the same person.
Well, not necessarily the same person.
Well,
The same people.
Maybe the same country.
country. That's right. You're right. Never mind.
Jason, what's the difference between a country and a person again? Just to go
I don't
over.
know.
Well,
I'm
if
gonna
you're
go. I'm gonna
Republican,
go
not a
with.
whole lot. I mean, isn't a country just a big corporation?
I'm gonna go with Eiffel Tower for some reason.
Eiffel Tower is the correct answer.
Yes.
Statue of
stands
Liberty is
9
actually pretty small.
Yeah.
It is, really. The Eiffel Tower is about 3 times larger than the Statue of Liberty. It's 986 feet. Statue of Liberty is only 305 feet. And I did convert that from metric 2 feet so that we would understand it.
God bless you.
No.
Jason, have you seen?
No one understands feet. No one.
Have you seen the Lady Liberty, Jason?
I've never been there. As a matter of fact, I've only been through New York City once, and that was on a connecting flight. And I actually had to go from airport to airport, hustling across town. So I saw New York City for a total of about 25 minutes.
What about you, Ro? You been out there?
I've been to New York recently. Last year when I went to Baltimore, I went to go visit Raymond Scott in New York. But I saw it from afar because there was no way I was going to go to a tourist trap like that. However, I did go to the Guggenheim, and that was awesome.
Oh,
I mean, if we're counting from afar, then yes, I saw it from the plane as I came in.
I saw it from the subway, so from the train. I was closer, technically.
Kevin.
Yo.
I mean, you can try to get a point if you want here. It would be great if you tried.
You know what? No. This is point evasion. Come on, hit me, man.
Number 12. Which soda has more caffeine? Coca-Cola or Diet Coke?
Man. Yeah, see, okay, we're just gonna go Coca-Cola and ride that one out.
Are you doing this on purpose, Kevin? The correct answer, by a lot of milligrams, is Diet Coke. 45 milligrams for Diet Coke, only 34 milligrams of caffeine in Coca-Cola Classic. This is why I'll go to Subway for my lunch break and I'll get a very fattening sandwich. You know, the whole salami thing, basically the spicy Italian on really fattening bread.
Not the Italian BMT?
No, I don't really like the ham that much. I mean, just give me the ham kind of sometimes is a little bit brainy.
Okay, well, what does Subway have to do with this question?
Well, I always go to Subway and I get the really fattening sub, lots of mayo, the whole works, and then I walk over to the machine and I slam my cup in for the Diet Coke. And I can feel eyes on me every time that I do this, but I'm not getting the Diet Coke because it's diet. I'm getting it because it has way more caffeine.
I see. I thought you guys had sworn off the soda. No? Am I imagining that?
We're doing a lot less soda. I have not bought soda for our house in the last 4 weeks.
4 weeks? Wow.
4 weeks.
Bro, did you not swear off soda? Did I not hear that you
I haven't drank soda. I maybe drink it if it's only there, but I don't purchase soda. I haven't purchased soda in over a decade.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's rarely a day that goes by where I don't have at least 20 ounces of soda. It's just we don't have cans of it laying around the house for me to empty throughout the day.
I'm more of a vitamin water type, Costco vitamin water person.
Costco.
Let's actually do another one of these here. Omar, which soda has more caffeine? Mountain Dew or Pepsi Max?
Mountain Dew.
Pepsi Max.
Oh.
Wow.
Now, Mountain Dew has been a traditional contender for amongst the highest ones, certainly more than Diet Coke. It's got 54 milligrams of caffeine in it, but Pepsi Max, which is actually pretty damn good.
I have never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, it's been around for a couple of years, but I think it's what is it, like the 1 calorie soda or 10 calories, something ridiculously low. Your normal 12-ounce can has 200 calories.
I just
so
don't
Pepsi
get.
Max.
I don't get people that just drink soda. When I go to the grocery store, I just see people buying just tons and tons of soda. I just go to them and I'm just like, don't you just feel icky when you drink that?
It feels.
You say the same thing about crack. If you're doing crack, you say it's great. If you're looking from the outside, you say that's fucking disgusting.
See, that's it. Yeah, we all have our little rule, because I'm like coffee, tea, water, and that's it for soft drinks. But as soon as you add alcohol, it's like all bets are off. Like I'll have whatever junk as long as there's alcohol in it. But up until then, I'm like this holy pure monk of everything, and I'm like, why would anyone put that past their lips? That's disgusting. Oh, there's alcohol in it. Yes, give me more. That's great. Yeah.
At any rate, Pepsi Max, 69 milligrams.
Wow.
Yeah, quite a lot. 69. 14. Row. Which team has won the Super Bowl more times? The San Francisco 49ers or the New England Patriots?
Man, I thought you were going to use Pittsburgh Steelers because that would have been an easy one.
Yeah, Pittsburgh has won the most, right?
Yeah, that's so easy. Oh, man. 49ers has 5. New England Patriots, okay. Oh, God. I'm going to say...
You are correct so far with San Fran having 5.
Watch this be like a trick question, maybe tied, but no, I think... No.
There are no ties anywhere in the questions.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Would I give you ties? Because that means that either one that you guessed would be correct. I would never do that. That would be a free
point. Oh, trick question.
Ludicrous. No.
You get it wrong in general. Okay.
So New England higher or lower than 5 is the question.
They went twice in 2004, 2005. They went this year. They won that one.
You would suck at Jeopardy. You would get buzzed out every single question.
This isn't Jeopardy. I'm going to say the 49ers. Yes.
49ers have 5. New England Patriots have
3.
4.
Oh, okay.
4. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 15. I mean, should we skip Kevin at this point?
The correct answer is who cares?
Kevin.
I think they won another Super Bowl in the time it took Ro to answer that question.
You know what? Stop hating. That's why I think, what do I have, like 4 and you have 0? Oh.
Yeah, Omar has 3, Ro has 4, Kevin has 0. Kevin, you can get 1 point with this question.
Oh.
Which country won more medals overall in the 1996 Olympic Summer Games in Atlanta, Georgia?
Oh, that's
was it China or was it Germany?
Oh,
man. Oh, wait. There's a Summer Olympics? Okay. Let's go Alemania, Germany. Come on, man.
It was China. Oh.
You finally get a freaking point.
Yeah, baby!
I thought it was China, because like they like... Huh.
So total medal count for China was 50.
Oh, total medal count, not
total medal count for Germany was 65.
But didn't China have more gold medals?
I don't know. I didn't look at that number because it
matter.
wasn't the question.
Sorry, what was the medals in metric again?
I think right here. I'm sorry, I didn't know how this machine worked.
I'm not sure people in Radioland are appreciating
Top
that.
of line. Which celebrity, and this goes to Omar, which celebrity has a higher net worth in U.S. dollars, Omar? Sir Paul McCartney or Oprah Winfrey? Who is
Oprah Winfrey?
A point for Omar.
Yes.
I'm sad to say. Paul McCartney is worth $1.2 billion. Oprah Winfrey is worth $2.9 billion.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Quite a large gap when we're talking about billions with a B.
Wow.
17 for Ro. Mm-hmm. Another one in the same vein. Which celebrity has a higher net worth? J.K. Rowling or Steven Spielberg?
Fuck.
Madam Harry Potter or Mr. Jaws?
He hasn't been doing much lately. Neither has she.
Spielberg either.
I'm gonna go with JKR.
Sorry, that's the wrong flip of the coin. J.K. Rowling has $1 billion. That's her net worth. And Steven Spielberg is worth $3.5 billion.
Ooh.
Not even close.
Ooh, I say.
Not even close. Number 18, Kevo.
Hey, how's it going? How are my odds of winning this match?
You're not out of the picture. There's 10 questions for each of you.
Oh.
So
better
there's
get cooking.
We're in the 6th round.
Yeah, you got to pray that you get all the rest of them and that Omar and Ro miss all the rest of them.
All right,
That's
comeback of the century. Here we go.
One more in the same category. Who's worth more, Madonna or Dr. Dre?
Oh, it's easy.
Jeez. Well, Madonna's been going for so long, right? And then Dr. Dre's producing a lot of other people's acts. Gonna go with Dr. Dre. How about that?
You're off by about $20 million, my friend.
Really?
Oh,
Didn't he sell
snap.
Beats by Dre to Apple? Doesn't that mean he has more?
Madonna is worth $800 million. Dr. Dre is worth $780 million.
Huh.
6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I mean, once you get that many million, what difference does it make?
Indeed. There's only so many yachts you can buy before you don't need any more yachts. Number 19 is for Omar. Which was pirated more in 2014, according to Variety magazine? Thor: The Dark World, or both the original and the reboot of RoboCops combined?
Huh.
Hmm.
A little bit of a weird weight here.
I'm gonna say the RoboCops.
You were right, sir. The original RoboCop and the reboot of RoboCop were downloaded together 30 million times.
Huh.
Thor: The Dark World was downloaded 27.5 million times in 2014. Number 20 for Ro.
Okay.
Now, Ro, Omar's got you by a point. You got to
I
get.
know.
According to Time magazine, which fictional character is estimated to be wealthier? Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark?
Oh, that's tough.
It's also
That's kind of a
little bit
trick.
bullshit.
That's kind of a trick question. It really depends on the time.
I gotta say, this seems pretty straightforward.
Wait, can you repeat the question again?
According to Time magazine, which fictional character is estimated to be wealthier? Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark?
God. I should go with my gut and say Batman. But, Tony Stark? Yes.
Come on, he's an arms dealer. Arms
Iron
dealer.
Man.
It depends, because he was poor at a moment. When he became an alcoholic, he was like a bum in the streets. So it depends.
How do you drink that much arms dealing? I mean, honestly, you can't drink that much arms dealing.
It's fictional money anyway, so it is a little bit of BS. But according to Time magazine, Tony Stark, Iron Man, has $100 billion. Bruce Wayne, Batman's got $80 billion.
Yeah.
And Rose got a point. Kevin, which Tom Cruise film has a higher rating on IMDb? Top Gun or Mission Impossible?
Wow. I'm gonna go with the classic. Go with Top Gun.
Mission
No.
Impossible.
Top Gun should be at the top. Top Gun is a perfect 10 in my book. But according to IMDb, it's only 6.8.
Jason, I want you to find who's responsible for this. I want butts. You hear me? I want butts.
6.8 for Top Gun, 7.1 for Mission Impossible.
Both very generous.
No, I think that they're both solid movies. Top Gun really is. I mean, really, I would put Top Gun at around an 8 somewhere in there, an 8. I think that's fair.
I don't know. Top Gun is top fun, but I'm not gonna say it's a good movie. It's
Top
fun.
fun. 22 is for Omar. According to CBS News, which state has a higher percentage of the population that smokes pot? Connecticut or Maine?
Maine?
Maine be all up in the pot smoking.
That's Washington State, right?
No, Maine is a state all of its own,
Ah,
on the opposite side of the country.
Very, very close though. It's like the
there
next
you
one
go.
over.
Literally, they are as far apart as they can possibly be without.
there you go.
Both corners. They're both the opposite north corners of the.
I remember it was
Connecticut.
coast because they have like crabs and shit. I thought it was the
Connecticut.
other side.
Oh, we said Connecticut or Maine. Yeah. Well, Connecticut and Maine are close together, right? But Washington and Maine are very far apart, right? Connecticut, though, has 12.53% pot smokers estimated by CBS News, and Maine has 13.56%. 23 goes to Roe. You said Maine as well, so I need to give you a point. Don't let me forget that. There we go. Roe.
Mm-hmm.
Which country has the higher literacy rate, according to the CIA? Mexico or India? And no, Omar's Costa Rica place isn't in Mexico.
I know this. So,
Costa Rica is an island that's far away from
well,
Mexico.
India has way more people than Mexico.
I actually think our literacy is even higher than yours.
Oh, doubtless, yes.
Oh
down.
God, this is tough. This is. I'm gonna go for some stupid reason. I'm gonna go with India.
Nah, no, that's the wrong way.
Damn it!
Mexico's literacy rate is not bad at all. Not by far the highest in the world by any stretch of the imagination. It's 93.4%. But India has terrible, terrible literacy, 74.4%.
Known that.
Number 24 goes to Kevo.
Booyah!
A share of which company costs more on the New York Stock Exchange today, February 26, 2015? Microsoft or Intel?
I would like to say Microsoft.
Yeah. $44.10. Intel's only ringing in at 33.69.
What about Lenovo?
I didn't look that up. It wasn't part of the question. I did look up Apple.
I'm making a joke for like recent events.
Yeah, I got you. But I did look up Apple as the first one. I was going to go with Microsoft Apple and do that disparity, but Apple was just too incredibly obvious. I mean, it was like $140 for a share, something stupid like that. Who are we up to?
Omar.
Omar. Which actor has more credits to his name? Acting credits, by the way, not directorial, not any of that other kind of stuff. Acting credits. Brad Pitt or Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman.
Nah, it's Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt has way more. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think Hugh Jackman just says yes to every single thing they put in front of him.
Apparently, he's recently said that he wants to be Wolverine until he's dead.
Yep. No, I think he said that he doesn't mind being Wolverine until he's dead.
Brad Pitt has 71 credits to his name. Hugh Jackman only 50.
70 movies. Wow. I don't think I can name 10 of them.
Well, no, acting, TV shows.
Right.
Brad Pitt did TV.
Sure.
Friends.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. But before that, when he was younger, he was in I forget, but he was in movies like Thelma and Louise. I don't know.
We're not going to list 71 movies, so we're going to skip on to Roe. Which had more episodes, Roe? The Linda Carter Wonder Woman series or the Lou Ferrigno Hulk series?
Ooh, I kind of want to go the I'm going to go because this is sexist. I'm going to go with Lou Ferrigno Hulk because no one wants to watch a female character.
Most deaf. You've got, I don't think it was because no one wanted to watch it. I think it was just a matter of timing and ratings. But Wonder Woman 59, Hulk 82.
Huh.
Wasn't the Hulk before Wonder Woman?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think so.
I remember Wonder Woman was still on when I was a kid, and I think Hulk was in reruns by then.
27 for Kevo.
Yo.
A 2012 StarTrek.com poll saw which captain receive the most votes for Best Captain, Kirk or Picard?
I'm going to probably say the populist vote would be with Picard.
By a huge, huge split.
Everyone loves him.
And why not?
I don't know.
He's a sexy bald man. Kirk had 9,431 votes. Picard had 17,012.
God.
I would certainly want him as my captain. If I was going into space and I was to choose the captain, to look over my fate, he would be the one I would choose.
28 for Omar. This is the final stretch, by the way. The last 3 questions. You each get one more. No, Kevin, you cannot win.
Omar's still ahead of me by 1, isn't he?
No, you're tied up. Omar and Roe are tied at 6. Which recording artist has won more Grammys, Omar? Jay-Z or U2?
Since the Grammys suck, I'm gonna say U2.
Yes. U2 has won 22 Grammys. Jay-Z has only won 21 Grammys.
Oh, only 21.
That is a waste of metal.
29. Row. You miss this, you lose. Which video game console sold more units? The Sega Genesis or the Nintendo 64?
I'm going to say the N64.
You lose.
Trick question.
Well, it's not a trick question. It is a tricky question, but there was nothing misleading about it. The Sega Genesis sold 40 million units. The Nintendo 64, 33 million units.
Yes, it was because the Dreamcast was the one that came out with the Nintendo 64. Genesis was the one that came out with the Super Nintendo. So the numbers are going to be a little bit different.
Okay, all right. I can see why you might consider it to be a tricky question. Number 30 is the consolation question for Kevin.
Boom.
And it's a perfect one for you. I could not have planned this more appropriately for your taste, sir.
Go, hit me with your rhythm stick.
Which space shuttle flew more missions? The
Uh-oh.
Columbia or the Discovery?
Oh, man. I'm really going to be flipping a coin here. In fact,
You love the space program stuff.
I like the early stuff, like Earth to the Moon kind of stuff. This stuff is more Rick's ballpark. Columbia or the Discovery, was it?
Indeed, those are the two.
Discovery.
Oh yeah. Discovery flew 39 missions. Columbia only 27 missions.
Okay.
So final score: Omar is the clear winner with 7 points. Ro follows up with 6, not bad at all. And Omar,
clear winner
Kevin,
by 1.
that's all it needs.
I know, but God, just like some of
Kevin
your
with 4.
trivia.
You know what? Thanks, Kevin, because it would have been a tie without you.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's do our roundtable here. This is kind of a throwaway one just because I wanted to talk about Google Cardboard. It's what I've gotten recently, and I asked you guys then to chip in too. What cool toy, book, gadget, tchotchke, geeky plaything have you purchased lately? What do you think about it? Go ahead and go first, Kevo.
I'll tell you what.
Plumbing services do not count.
Plumbing services, man. My coolest thing right now would be running water. If that was a thing that I could put my hands to at this point.
It's so cool. It's frozen solid.
I'll tell you what. I've got 2 ready for you. I have a technology one and a book one. So,
Alrighty.
What would you prefer?
Both.
Both. I'll give you the book one. So, I just picked up recently Ready Player One. Have you read that? Are you into that?
I've heard of it.
Really into it, and he just got it from Loot Crate. So
Yeah. So Ready Player One was a book. I just finished it. It's kind of a neat world where it's like the world has gone to crap in the future, and everybody sort of goes into. It's like the World of Warcraft has morphed into more like the Matrix kind of deal, and the real world is so crappy that everybody just kind of hangs out there all day long, and they go to school there, and like it's really cool because you like go to school in a virtual school, and there's like behavior modification software that looks after it and all that. So anyhow, there's this big story and a big whatever that happens in it, and it's a really kind of fun, really fun sci-fi kind of story. It's kind of like an Ender-y kind of story in that it's about a kid who solves everything and fixes everything. It's not very well written, I'm going to say that, but it is a good, fun story. I immediately, as soon as I finished that, I read Gone Girl, which it was like going from just eating pizza and sitting on your couch and chips, and then suddenly like trying to be an Olympic athlete again. And I got tired after several pages of Gone Girl. But it is like, Gone Girl is so well written, by the way. If you're looking for a really well written book, get into Gone Girl, especially if you haven't seen the movie. But if you're just looking for a fun story, check out Ready Player One. That's a fun one.
Not everything can be Gravity's Rainbow. You have to have some books that are more accessible.
Yeah.
Omar, what have you done lately? Games that you've purchased, things that you've been doing, hobbies that you've got, things that you've ordered off of Amazon.
Got some books. I
I
finally
see
added this.
Dark Knight.
I finally added it to my
oh my
collection.
gosh.
What one is that, Omar? You have to speak up for the people at home.
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
Frank Miller
Punk Rock
classic.
Jesus. This is a really good book.
And what is Punk Rock Jesus?
It's about a reality show of a dude that clones Jesus from the mantle of thing, but then he rebels. It's pretty good. The Wake, also by Sean Murphy. First volume of Rat Queens, pretty good. And the first and probably only trade paperback of Orkstein. That's also pretty good.
I thought that was the. I saw it off in the corner of the video, and I thought it was the trade paperback of Adventure Time.
No.
Which
I
one
would buy that,
stands out the most? Which one stood out the most to you, Omar?
Dark Knight Returns, of course.
Yeah.
What do you think about the art
Uh,
style in that? Because when I tried to read that about 10 years ago, I didn't like it, and then about 5 years later, I picked it up again, and I loved it.
Freaking awesome, dude.
The art style looks really cheap and chintzy, though, until you really pay a lot of attention to it.
Really? I don't know. I liked it from the get-go.
It's not supposed to be photorealistic by any means. It's very, what would you call it? Like
Stylized?
super. What's the word I'm looking
Stylized?
for? Yeah,
Yeah,
stylized for sure, but like super morphic or whatever the term is for characters being blown all out of proportion and looking very like sketches that were hastily done.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty loose. It's pretty nice.
It also takes place in the 80s, so it has like a heavy like drawn like a 80s kind of vibe. It's kind of cool.
And
Heavy metal type thing too.
I also got this little booger. It's Noodler's Inc. Ahab pen.
Is that
And I'm
replacing your
really
other one
enjoying
that broke?
No. This one's for more like a calligraphy kind of thing.
Okay.
Does that kind of like thing where it's thick when it goes down and thin when it goes up.
You were posting some really neat calligraphy stuff on Facebook a little while ago. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that on my spare time.
And Ro.
Sorry, just before you get into that, there was a 2-part animated recently, Dark Knight Returns. I don't know if did you see that, Omar? Or
I don't know. I'm not really digging the animated movies that are coming out. I tried
really?
the first Justice League one. It's not bad, but it was not good either.
You're talking about Justice League War?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's based on the first Justice League issue of the New 52. It's the same exact plot. As a matter of fact, it looks pretty much like a movie panel, like a storyline panel when you read the comics.
Is Wonder Woman the same idiot in the comics?
The movie, the animated movie actually makes that a little bit worse. It makes it look like she's a 3-year-old trapped in a 20-year-old's body.
Yeah. I really didn't care much for it.
She's like, I have never tried ice cream.
I would recommend checking out Dark Knight Returns. I thought it was a pretty faithful, faithful translation of the comic book. So,
You're strong. I know. Worst acting ever. Ro, what have you got for us?
I got a graphic novel. I just finished it today. It is Lock and Key by Joe Hill, written by Joe Hill, illustrated by Gabriel Rodriguez. Joe Hill is the son of Stephen King, and this is a great series. This is like up there, like probably easily within my top 10. I think about more, and I think I liked it more than Why the Last Man. That says a lot.
Whoa.
Omar, you need to read this. If you like, this is a macabre.
That's in my list actually.
Dude, just straight read. You just need to read it because this is macabre. It's great. This needs to be made into a TV series. It's basically a world where it's called the Locke family. What happens is their father is murdered from a tragic murder, and they move back to I think the town of Lovecraft and to their old house, and the kids discover these keys that they're magical. They open up different things. Like one can open up your head, and you can like insert or take out memories. And there's something ominous and dark in this other area, but I'll leave it at that. But it is seriously very, very good. And I believe Bill Watterson actually illustrated a little part of either volume 5 or 4. I don't recall, but seriously great. And actually BKV did a foreword in one of the volumes too. So seriously, pick it up, read it. Highly recommend.
I've heard really good things about it, but here's what I'm wondering. With a name like Lock and Key, it seems pretty given that there's going to be some obvious sexual imagery thrown in. Is that the case, or do they avoid that?
Oh no, there's tons of sexual imagery and tons of sex. Yeah, not tons, but it's definitely there. Yeah, there's.
Okay. That's the first thing that I thought of when I heard the title the very first time. I was like, oh yeah, somebody's going to be sticking their key in somebody's lock.
No, it's really. You don't even. There's not that much of that in there at all, really. It's mostly dark stuff and all the cool keys. Like the keys are just. It's like in the back of each volume, when more keys are revealed, it'll tell you what each key kind of does and describes it. And I mean, there's a few tiny things that happen at the end that I was kind of but I really want to see this as a TV series. And I heard there was a pilot, but no one picked it up, and that's kind of sad because I'd love to see this.
So the pilot was made. So
Yeah,
Oh, that might be out there in Torrentland.
yeah, I'd watch it. I need to find it. Good call.
Have you read the Wicked, the Divine, or Sex Criminals? Because those two are also in my list.
No, I basically I think we had volumes 1 through 3 of Lock and Key here for like the longest time because I picked it up and we never read it, and then Jeremy finally started reading it, and he just went through all these like, you got to read this. So I finally got into it, and I was like, okay, I need to know what happens. You just pick up all 6 volumes. You can't go wrong.
Well, like I mentioned here at the top of this segment, this was basically an excuse for me to give a little bit of a review here about Google Cardboard, which Kevin recommended to me earlier this year, or was it late last, whichever. I didn't actually buy Google Cardboard. I bought a hard ABS plastic version of it with a head strap and everything. So I decided, hey, Cardboard from Google, if you buy the actual one, the branded one, it's like $15 or $20, I can't remember. If you go and get this one, it's only $30. And I thought, hey, I got kids in the house. They're going to put it in their mouth. They'll probably get their hands on it. I don't want them to ruin it. So I just went ahead and bought the plastic version. But if you don't know what Cardboard is, it's a very low end, and you know how I'm all about inexpensive solution to virtual reality. So it's basically a pair of lenses that go in. You slip your cell phone into it, and then your cell phone basically becomes a ViewMaster for movies. It plays, a slightly different version of a movie for each eye, and then when you look through the lenses, you see it in a very low grade 3D kind of vision. So there's all kind of free apps that you can download. There's the requisite roller coasters that you can ride, and there's some games, particularly horror genre games, that are all about building up atmosphere, and you can watch YouTube clips on it, apps for converting your home movies, basically whatever movies you shoot with your cell phone, you can watch them in low-grade 3D. But with these glasses, I'm very impressed with how those, the little 30-second to 3-minute clips that I take of my kids with my cell phone, I'm very pleased with how they turn out. Very, very, very realistic looking through them. So we've already had quite some fun. Rylan immediately appropriated the Google Cardboard for herself, and we found a dinosaur app where you can go and hunt dinosaurs, and so she's in love with that because she's obsessed with the giant, terrible lizards. So
now, quick question.
I'm very pleased. Yeah.
How small of a screen do you need, or how big of a screen do you need for it to work?
Well, I'm using my Galaxy S4, and that's, I don't know, how the hell big is a S4 screen? It's pretty much perfect. The different models that you can buy from different places, the different knockoffs of Cardboard, have different sized slots. It will tell you exactly what phones it can accommodate or what size screens it can accommodate. Mm-hmm. So my recommendation wouldn't be to decide, what size screen I need. It would be decide what model Cardboard you need for your screen.
Hey Jason, have you seen that there's the app that basically shows you what's on your PC, and you can play games like TF2 or whatever wearing that, and actually like look around, kind of like a what's it, Rifty thingy bobber on a very
Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
I have not seen that. How do they interface? I mean, what do you hook up into your phone to get it to do that? Would you need a USB dongle?
I don't know.
You stream it.
I haven't tried it myself. My friend swears by it. He says it's amazing. He does like Minecraft in it, and he does TF2. He's tried, but Minecraft especially, you look around, and it literally is looking around in real time in this world.
I would absolutely love that. As a matter of fact, the biggest problem that I have so far with Cardboard is there's not really that many apps out there, and a lot of the ones, I'd say like 90% of the ones that there are just aren't good. Yeah. Finding a really good Cardboard app is really tough. I mean, I've probably got 5 or 6 on my phone that I've used more than once and enjoy. Those ones work really, really well. The other night, for example, I was using not the stock YouTube one that came with Google's Cardboard app, but a third-party YouTube app. I was using it in bed just to watch YouTube videos, with the mask on. That way, Lisa wasn't getting woken up, and I could actually lay back on my pillow without having to hold the camera. Basically, it was facilitating my laziness.
Wow.
So,
impressive.
All about it. Pretty good. Just hoping that some developers come up with better ways to use it. And after the show, Kev, you're going to tell me more about interfacing with Steam, because that would be awesome.
There you go. I'll look it up.
All right, so that's what I've got here for tonight. Is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about?
Not really. I think
Resounding silence. Okay, I want to talk about something. Just one quick thing before we close. Earlier today, someone sent me a message via our Facebook page, and I don't remember your name, whoever you are. I guess I could look it up. Basically pleading and saying stop doing movie nights, and the answer is 9. No, never.
Oh, really?
Here's the thing. My job all day, every day is to do the same thing without fail, and trivia over and over and over and over and over again doesn't scratch the itch that I need to be able to reach out and do something different once in a while. So movie nights kind of help me get that creative energy out. It just switches it up just enough that I can, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying here? I need to do something different once in a while, otherwise I get really, really bored.
There's some trivia in the movie podcast TG, but we understand when we have to watch bad movies.
We feel your pain, brother. We feel your
your pain.
But I gotta say that I really enjoyed the last Superman one, like a lot. That was good.
I enjoyed it because I was drunk, and it was good.
Well, then maybe that's the key. Maybe that's the advice we should be passing on to our listener. Get more drinkified.
Some people really, really love the movie nights, and some people really, really don't like them. I think it's a wash. I mean, based on the numbers alone, if you look at our download numbers, people like when we veer off and talk about non-trivia stuff once in a while. For example, the Getting Into Star Trek episode. See, Omar called off sick last week or something.
My mom's birthday.
Yeah, whatever unimportant thing. And so I sat down with Richard Smith and Rick Tatro, and we did Getting Into Star Trek. No trivia at all, just having a conversation. That episode has already been downloaded more times than any trivia episode has recently. So once in a while, it's okay to deviate. Kevin's the one who keeps me honest on these things. Kevin is my own personal trivia priest who comes to me and says, Jason, we're not doing enough trivia. We gotta do more trivia, man. We gotta do more trivia.
That's true.
People are gonna rise up.
They
will. I listen to Kevin, but
they're gonna overthrow us out of the bunker. You know that.
I understand, mystery person whose name I'm not bothering to look up.
Oh, I already looked at that.
I understand what you're saying, but I just got to stretch in other ways. Don't worry, Ro hates it too. All right, so that is it for tonight. You can follow us, facebook.com/ATW9K. Throw me whatever feedback you want. I don't care if you complain about what we do. That's fine. Or shout out some praise. I don't care. Shout out some praise. I don't care. Just if you want to drop some praise, that's fine with me. I don't care. You can also get us on Twitter at ATW9K. And, go to simplysyndicated.com for a load of other awesome shows. So that's it for tonight. Wishing you all a great week. We'll see everybody next time.
Bye.
For probably trivia. I guess. Whatever.